a NoMoreStinkyMonkeys.com production. This next band fell into the category of background music for me as a child. I liked them alright, but their music didn't move me so much. Then in the 80s, their hits were redone by artists like Joan Jett, Billy Idol, and Tiffany, and they were among the quintessential songs of that decade. Suddenly, this band's new music had new life among the masses, and I dug deeper into their collection. It's a rich one, and because of their influence over two separate decades, I put them at number 149, Tommy James and the Shondells. In 1959, a group of young boys formed a band in Niles, Michigan, called the Echoes. They gradually became known as Tom and the Tornadoes, with a 12-year-old lead singer named Tommy Jackson. In 1962, they released a local single called Long Ponytail, and in 1964, Tommy renamed them the Shondells in honor of a singer named Troy Shondell. He had a one-hit wonder called This Time. Jackson changed his name to Tommy James, and in February of that year, they released another single called Hanky Panky. But without national distribution, the song did well locally, but ultimately died in the Midwest. The band broke up and went looking for regular jobs. In 1965, a Pittsburgh dance promoter came upon the Hanky Panky single and started playing it at his shows. It became an underground hit with 80,000 black market singles printed up. In April '66, James got a phone call from a Pittsburgh DJ to ask him to come to the radio station to perform the song. James had no idea about its new popularity, and when all the old Shondells were too busy with their normal lives to join him, he went to Pittsburgh on his own and hired a local band to be the new Shondells, and a career was born. He sold the single to Roulette Records, but that relationship ended badly when the band didn't get paid. They were run by an organized crime, and the head of the company was Morris Levy, who was the inspiration for the Hesh character on The Sopranos. At first, the band played regular rock and roll, but the bubblegum pop movement was on the rise and they took part in it. In '67, they had two top 10 hits with I Think We're Alone Now and Mirage, and in '68 with Mony Mony. James co-wrote Mony Mony and went to number 3 in the US and number 1 in England. It was inspired by the flashing Mutual of New York sign outside James's hotel window. Annoyed by the bubblegum rap, James purposely changed his style of music more towards psychedelica and released Crimson and Clover and then Crystal Blue Persuasion. All told, they had 2 number 1 singles and 12 top 40 hits. They turned down an appearance at Woodstock, and in 1970, James collapsed coming off stage in Birmingham, Alabama, from taking too many drugs. Tommy moved to the country to dry out and ended up becoming a solo artist. He wrote and produced a big hit in 1970 for Alive and Kickin' called Tighter and Tighter, and had his biggest solo hit the following year with Dragging the Line. But his career was quiet for about 10 years after that. That is, until Joan Jett had a top 10 hit with Crimson and Clover. That was in 1982. And then James had the biggest month of his career in November 1987, when 2 of his old songs were back-to-back number 1 hits for other artists. Tiffany's I Think We're Alone Now and Billy Idol's Mony Mony. Mony Mony is more than a signature song. It has become a party anthem, played every day for the last 35 years on radios and at party dance halls. Children behave, that's what they say when we're together. From the Freditor.